Hello everybody, welcome to No Guns Life Season 2, Episode 1, which of course is Episode 13 overall of No Guns Life. Took me a while to get back in. No, it didn't take me a while to get back into it. I forgot some people's names, remembered important people's names, but this episode was pretty good at sort of reintroducing the things sort of naturally. Like, we got on with the stuff, and then they would say a thing, and I'm like, oh, what was that again? Oh yeah, that's Skynet, basically. Not Skynet, I think it was the wrong thing. The Evil Corporation, or whatever. That's Beruran. Like, it brought it up, and I remembered it. Which is, it's only been 6 months? When the hell was Season 1? It's not been long, but my memory has gone quite quick of this show. But, hey, nice to see it back. As I said, got right into it, which is always good. And speaking of getting right into it, let's see how exactly this episode went down and everything. And get right into this. Let's do it. So we open up with a brief monologue from Juzo, what the world is, what happened in Season 1, or Part 1, whatever you want to call it. Brief, overview, basically. The Hand, remember the Hand from the last episode? It followed him and it lives with him now, I guess. Then we see this serial killer-esque dude. He looks like a Jack the Ripper kind of dude, killing some EMS soldier. EMS soldier probably deserved it, is all I'm going to say. And then the OP starts, and the opening, this new opening's pretty damn bopping. It's pretty, get into the groove. Not sure if it's as good as the first one. I think I prefer the first one in terms of being good, but this one's easier to bop to, so maybe this one's better. Who knows? I'm not a music reviewer. That's not what we do here. And then we get weird. We have Juzo investigating something, but some kids are just sitting on him. Who are these kids? I have no idea. They're just some kids. But yeah, more importantly, what he's there for in this place is he gets a little machine, a little playback machine, like a tape cassette kind of, except not a tape. Puts that data in. Remember the data he got last episode? Whenever that was, he gets that, plays it. It's pretty important. It's well, we later learn. I'm just going to say what it is now. It's a recording of the dude armed. Remember armed guy, the golden faced dude, if I remember right. It's basically him admitting to a crime, and it's the only copy they got, so kind of got to look after that. We find that out later on, but I'm just going to say it now. I assume you've watched the episode. Meanwhile, the landlady, Chris is the landlady, I think, doesn't like the Hand because it's ugly, which is a bit harsh. They use a word, and I don't know if they were using it correctly, so I'm not going to look that up. That's up to them. That is on them. I'm not going to sit here and spitball. The Hand is remote controlled, so it has a body somewhere, basically, is where we're at with this. After a while, the blue girl, the blue lipstick, whose name I definitely forgot, and they didn't say it this episode, so she's Blue Girl for this week. She calls basically to say, everyone, get out of the building, and then the phone gets cut off. But Mary kind of figured out something's up. Some people come in. They hide. Oh, there's a flashbang. Flashbang happened first. The Hand shielded her eyes, so she didn't get flashbanged, but everyone else did get flashbanged. So then she leads them to safety in a closet. It was the bathroom, I think. I think it was definitely the bathroom. And then some people show up. Some investigative. They're bad guys, basically. This place where they're hiding, though, is the place where the Electro door is. Do you remember the Electro door? I'm pretty sure they've mentioned it before. It came in handy here. It took out the 3 intruders, I guess. And then the 3 of them, the 3 good guys, whisk away and escape. Except they don't really, because Chris gets Chris gets caught just outside. So Mary and Tetsuro run away because they're main characters. They can't get caught. That'd be crazy. Turns out these are normal people. They're not extends at all. They're just regular people in some armor, I guess. That's what we'll call them. The guards that were meant to be guarding them, right? The EMS guards, they're all pretty much dead. There's one dude that's alive, but he's badly hurt. Tetsuro, genius that he is like, I'm going to take that body, despite the fact that it could badly mess him up. And that body's probably not going to be much use. But then he's all like, I won't hesitate to use my power and use anybody at this point. I'm like, whoa, Tetsuro. That's not, that's pretty bad of you, You're turning into a badass, Tetsuro. You can't be like that. You can't be just sacrificing random people. in an attempt to save Chris-chan. You know, what are you doing? Mary blocks him from using Harmony because I can't let you do that, my dude. So then Tetsuro decides to run back by himself in his little weedy body to go and save the day. I wonder how well that's going to go. I assume it's going to go about as well as how everyone else assumed it would go. It went pretty bad is what I'm saying. Surprise! Tetsuro got caught. It happened off screen. That's how blatantly obvious it was that Tetsuro was going to get caught. You just see him getting thrown into the van. Turns out these people are Spitsbergen. Spitsbergen, if you don't remember, the terrorist organization. They're sort of anti-extend, if I remember right. They must be, because they're all people. Yeah, they're the anti-extend terrorist organization. And they want the data that Juzo's got, for the reasons I said earlier. Hand, remember? I don't know if he's got a name, I just call him Hand. So Hand leads Mary round a few corners to someone. Who is that someone? That someone is Victor. Victor, of course, being... Oh, also, it's the serial killer dude from the beginning, should I mention that? Victor, of course, is Mary's brother. And he looks a little bit worse for wear, easy for me to say. His eye is, like, sideways, kind of weird. But yeah, basically, he says... Don't get involved with the Extends anymore, because we also later learn he's part of Spitsbergen too, despite being an Extend. He's anti-Extend despite being one. Probably wasn't his choice to become one, I would assume, because of that. Juzo gets home and everything's wrecked. He's like, what the hell happened to my house? Mary shows up and fills him in on everything. Then he calls Blue Girl. Again, name is forgotten. I can't remember it at all. I'm really trying. I should have just looked it up, but I prefer to be honest and tell you when I forget things. The data, as I said, was a copy of Armed confessing the crimes, which would change the world and the perception of the people and everything. So, kind of important. Don't go spreading that around willy-nilly, basically. EMS guy shows up. He's like a higher-up guy. Asks Mary about Victor, and basically tells us what I've already told you. Victor is working for Spitsbergen. He's the natural enemy of all Extend because he can rip them apart in seconds. I'm like, damn, that's kind of cool. I'd like to see him do that. Like, unfortunately, we haven't really seen him do that. Like, yes, there was all the, the remnants of the EMS guy, but I want to see him actually pull someone apart. That'd be kind of cool. And then this random EMS dude was also like, yeah, the people kidnapped probably won't be back alive. It's like, what the hell, man? Why would you say that? Like, I guess being honest, but that's not exactly... I mean, I guess being honest, whatever. Dude wants the data. This dude, the EMS really want to get their hands on the data because if they've got it, it's more, more secure than if Juzo's got it, even though I'd say Juzo is probably... He's the main character, he can't lose the data. However, Juzo says he's already sold it to make some money. He's lying, probably. Like, I'm saying probably. We don't have confirmation, but later the dudes are like, he was probably lying, right? And it's like, yeah. He also is not calm at all. He's like shaking. He's got his fist because the dude calls him calm. And that's the EMS guy. That's their cue to leave. They go off. The dude says basically, Mary is Victor's little sister. Watch her because they'll definitely meet up again, and that's how we'll catch him, basically. Decent strategy, I would say. And then the credits start, and it's this weird 3D Fight Club type thing with the ladies dancing, like Mary was twerking at one of them. Kind of weird, not too sure what to make of the ending, didn't see it coming to be honest. Also, there was like a part where Tetsuro started singing, that was kind of weird too. But the weirdest part for me was the 3D... It looked like a video game, it looked like a No Guns Life 3D arena fighting game, but it was the ending animation. It was kind of weird. I don't know if I liked it or hated it. So there's that. And then, post-credit scene, Tetsuro and Chris-chan get brought to wherever it is. It looks like a parking lot, like a complex of something. They get out of the car. There's some blonde dude watching them. He's all scarred. I'm assuming he's someone who's high up in Spitsbergen. Maybe the leader, maybe like an admiral or some... Admiral? I don't know their ranks in Spitsbergen. I've never been in a terrorist organization. And with a bit of luck, I will never be in one. Because, that's kind of bad. Don't want to be doing that. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. A lot of stuff happened. As I said, they got right into it. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. They opened up some interesting things with You know, Victor showing up. What's his deal? Like, why does he want to kill all the extends and all that? We got, on the other hand, the EMS. Are they completely trustworthy? I'm going to say yes and no. Tetsuro's being a bit of an idiot. Like, I have no other way to say it. He was a bit silly. Mary's cool, though. So, there is that. So, yeah, hopefully next week... Well, I mean, next week I assume Tetsuro might find out a bit more about Spitsbergen. Maybe they're not actually that bad. Or maybe they're worse than we thought. Who knows? I certainly don't. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.